It's the first episode of 2026, and on tonight's show, we talk about the Stranger Things finale. It kind of blends in both the theatrical and the TV side because I saw it in the theater. Did I appreciate the wrap-up of these 5 seasons? We're going to chat about it. I got to go to the theater and see an early screening of the new horror film Primate. I got a lot to talk about with this one, spoiler free. On the TV side, Devil in Disguise. The John Wayne Gacy show is on Peacock, and I started getting into this one. It's a hell of a ride. We'll chat about it. I also finished the Copenhagen Test. This is Simu Liu's new show. I wrapped it up tonight, so we'll see how this one went overall. That and a whole bunch more on a brand new episode of Am I on the Air? So strap on in, and let's get her going. Well, all right. Welcome back, everybody. It is a whole new year. It is 2026. It is our first official episode of the new year, and I welcome you. My name is DONMEGA. This is Am I on the Air? This is your one-stop shop for all the latest and the greatest when it comes to entertainment news, in television, movies, and non-spoiler reviews. You come right here on a week-by-week basis to get caught up with it all. It's season 31, episode 6, and tonight's show is titled The Rightside Up. We're going to be breaking down the news from the end of last year, December the 31st, through today, January the 6th of 2026. So we got a couple things to talk about on the movie side, a couple things on the TV side, and of course, the news of the week as I talked about. So let's jump on in. I'm going to start things off with something that kind of blends the theatrical and the TV side, which is very, very rare, and that is the Stranger Things finale. That's right, it finally happened. Season 5, the 3rd volume, kind of, but it's just the finale episode. Now remember, when season 5 came out, they broke this thing up into 3 chunks. It was the first 4 episodes on like Thanksgiving, and then the following 3 episodes on New Year or Christmas Day, and then the finale on New Year's Eve. And I decided, or the Duffer Brothers and Netflix decided to put this thing in the theater because the finale episode was 2 hours and 8 minutes. So it is a theatrical ride. And since they put it in the theater, they did something really cool. And me and my wife and my daughter, who all are invested in the show, decided, hey, let's do something cool and let's watch it in the theater, man. Let's not watch it at home on Netflix. So we went to the theater on New Year's Day. I had to stay away from everything because I didn't see it New Year's Eve because the tickets were just sold out immediately for that New Year's Eve night. So we got tickets for the first showing on New Year's Day. We were off from work and stuff and decided to go see it in the theater. Sold out crowd. And I got to tell you, I know there's been this discourse online. I've seen a lot of people love it. I've seen a lot of people hate it. And I know this season has been a roller coaster ride for myself. I really liked the first 4 episodes that dropped when the season started. I did not care so much for the 3 episodes that they dropped on Christmas. I felt very let down by those 3, and I was pretty underwhelmed. So how would the finale stack up? Went to the theater, watched it, and I absolutely loved it. Like, when it was over, I was like, pure cinema, right? Like, I was the meme. I loved it. Our whole theater applauded. I mean, everybody just together, hooting and hollering and laughing and crying, and just a big applause at the end when the credits came on. It was cool to see it in that environment. And I think it made me enjoy the episode more, because if you really think about it, watching something in the theater is so different than watching something at home. As much as you might want to watch something at your house, you are constantly distracted. You are always looking at your phone. You stop to go to the bathroom. You go and get snacks. You get distracted by other things, pets, whatever, kids. There's always something going on. So when you watch stuff at home, you really, for the most part, don't have that undivided attention. And I know that's how I felt with the earlier episodes of Stranger Things. No matter how much I wanted to sit and watch it, there was always something going on, and I know I missed stuff. Watching the finale in the theater, I had no choice but to pay 100% attention to this thing, and it increased how much I loved it. The finale played to all the right emotions: laughter, sadness, appreciation for friends and family. I mean, they nailed it. In my opinion, this is one of the greatest finales. They nailed it. Is the runtime a little long? It is to an extent, only because they pretty much resolve everything in that first hour. And the final 45 to 50 minutes is really just a wrap up. What's everybody up to? It's graduating high school. But it's for a show that you've been invested into for 10 years, it worked. Because I am invested into these characters. I want to see what's next. I want to see how everybody's trying to move on with their lives. And that's what they gave us. And they also gave us 2 Prince songs that I just about lost my mind for. When Dove's Cry started playing, I was like, oh God. Because When Doves Cry is my all-time favorite song. It is my favorite song ever. When people say, what is your favorite song that has ever been? It's Prince's When Doves Cry. I just think it's a perfect song. And then there's a scene between Eleven and Mike, and they play Purple Rain. And Purple Rain is also one of the greatest songs ever made. And the way that they did this montage of Eleven wanting to sacrifice herself and Mike saying, no, I love you, and them having to say goodbye, and then it flashes back to them as kids and how they first met in season 1, and you see how much they've grown. Oh, man. Dude, I immediately started crying in the theater, man. I was wiping tears left and right, man, and Prince got me with that purple rain, purple rain. It was perfect needle drop. And that will forever get me. I will always think of Stranger Things now when I hear Purple Rain. They killed it, dude. I thought they just nailed this finale. I really do. And I was shocked after the fact, and I shouldn't be shocked because the internet is a horrible place sometimes, and it's a bunch of fucking haters. And I shouldn't have been shocked to see when people were like, oh, it was mid, it was wasting my time, blah, blah, blah. If you ever loved this show and ever appreciated this show for what it was, this was a beautiful ending, especially the last couple shots of them playing Dungeons and Dragons and coming up, it's full circle moment of when we first met these kids to the end, them putting their books away and walking upstairs. Beautiful chef's kiss ending. I loved it. And again, I'm so happy I got to see it in the theater. So yeah, big props to Stranger Things. It's not really a movie, so I'm not going to give it a, out of 5 stars. If I was, it would be a 5-star for sure. I loved it. But I'm going to give it big thumbs up, 2 thumbs up, whatever. I think, even though we've had our ups and downs with Stranger Things over the episodes, I think the finale was perfection. Mwah. All right. So with the finale out the way, I did go to the theater last night and got to see an early screening of Primate. Now, I've been so psyched to see this movie from the very first time I saw a trailer. I saw a trailer a couple months ago, and I remember when the trailer started, I was like, what the hell is this? Because it is not very often that I go to a movie theater and I see a trailer that I've never seen before, because all I do is post trailers on my damn Twitter page and stuff for you guys, right? I'm always posting the latest and the greatest, so I'm usually always 10 steps ahead when it comes to movies coming out, trailers. I knew nothing about Primate, and that trailer dropped, and I watched it, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm super in. I am hella intrigued. This movie doesn't come out till Friday, so I am telling you this early, and in the hopes of you hear this and you give it a shot, because if you're a horror fan, if you saw the trailer and you had any inkling that you might like this, I'm here to tell you, you will like this, because I had a massive blast with Primate. This movie here is about Ben. Ben is the family pet chimp, right? Home from college, Lucy reunites with her family, including their pet chimp, Ben. but Ben contracts rabies during a pool party and turns aggressive. Lucy and her friends barricade in a pool, devising ways to survive the vicious chimp. So pretty straightforward here. It's, Lucy is our main character. She goes home. She hasn't been home in a while, and they have a pet chimp, Ben. Ben is a loving chimp. He's a part of the family. He's like a little brother. He's the cutest little thing, but he gets bit and he gets rabies, and of course he starts losing his mind, and now he becomes pretty damn vicious and starts just fucking people up left and right. And I loved it. I had such a blast with this movie. The kills, some of the kills, not every kill, but some of the kills are super extreme. It's graphic, and I'm just a sucker for that stuff. This is why I like rated R horror movies, because you don't have to pull back. I love this thing. It was a fun ride from start to finish. It is at that sweet spot of an hour and a half. They didn't push this to 2 hours plus. It's an hour and a half. It's beautiful. There's just enough kills. There's just enough going on. And I had an amazing time with this one. So please, when it hits theaters this weekend, go out, support it. It's awesome. I give Primate 4 out of 5 stars. I had so much fun. And as the first official movie of 2026, hey, you guys did it. 4 out of 5 stars. Big thumbs up for Primate. All right, over on the TV side, the new show of the week that I got into is Devil in Disguise, the John Wayne Gacy show. This one here is about the serial murderer, John Wayne Gacy. You know the name, and this is a miniseries that is about how the police found him and how they found all the bodies he had buried under his house, and how everything kind of came to be. There's nothing else much I need to tell you. If you are a fan of like true crime and you like these true story kind of shows, this is one, man. The guy, Michael, let me see, what's his name? Michael, damn it. I've never seen this guy before. Michael Chernus. He plays John Wayne Gacy, and he's wonderful. He is fantastic in this show. He plays this role so well. So I highly recommend checking this one out. I'm almost done with the show. I think I have like 2 episodes left, but so far, super intrigued. Really like this one. It came out a couple months ago, actually, and I'm a little late to the party on it, but I'm not seeing many people talk about it, so it might have flown a little under the radar, so I just want to shout it out and make sure you guys check this out if this is the kind of thing you like. This is streaming now on Peacock. You can watch all episodes. And speaking of Peacock, their other new show, The Copenhagen Test, which I reviewed, I believe, last week's show, the first premiere episode of it, and with Simu Liu and Melissa Barrera. I finished it tonight because Peacock dropped all 8 episodes, and I finished it, and I ended up really liking this show. There are some episodes that are pretty slow, but overall, man, it's pretty damn intriguing, and as the show gets into like the full swing in those last couple episodes, it really goes in a really cool direction. And I ended up really liking it. And it does kind of leave the door open for a second season. So hopefully, knock on wood, we'll get that. It sounds like it's doing pretty good out there. So hopefully we'll get season 2. But season 1 is now streaming. You can check out all episodes again on Peacock. All right, so that's what we got, guys. You can check out Stranger Things season 5 in all of its glory over on Netflix. Primate hitting theaters this Friday on January 9th. Over on Peacock, we got The Copenhagen Test and Devil in Disguise, John Wayne Gacy. So check out all of that. All right, let's get on over to our box office. And sadly, man, coming in at number 11, I know I only do the top 10, but number 11 is the new release of the weekend, We Bury the Dead. I reviewed this movie a couple weeks ago because I also saw this movie early. And I thought it was just okay. It's between 2 to 3 stars. It's got some interesting stuff to it, but it definitely let me down from what I thought it was going to be. And it seems like nobody really cared that this thing even came out, not even cracking the top 10, playing in almost 1,200 theaters, which is pretty damn crazy. It only made $2.5 million to come in at number 11. Number 10 is Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Number 9 is Wicked for Good. Number 8, Song Sung Blue. Number 7, David. Number 6, The SpongeBob Movie. Number 5, Anaconda. Number 4, Marty Supreme. Number 3 was The Housemaid. Number 2 was Zootopia 2. And number 1, once again, Avatar Fire and Ash. And congratulations, Avatar crossed that $1 billion mark at this weekend's box office. So hitting it again, all 3 Avatars, billion-dollar movies. And congratulations to James Cameron, the first director ever to direct 4 billion-dollar movies back-to-back, because he also did Titanic. So he did Titanic, Avatar, Avatar Way of Water, and Avatar Fire and Ash. So 4 films in the billion-dollar club. So big shout-out to James Cameron pulling off the impossible. All right, guys, now with that out the way, let's get into our news of the week. And again, if you want to see any of these trailers, some new posters, full articles, everything that we post, it's up on our X page, x.com/amiontheair. You don't even have to subscribe. Just go ahead and bookmark that so you don't miss a beat, all right? Now, it's kind of crazy. We're in January, and Marvel has a new TV show dropping at the end of January, and they really haven't talked about this thing at all, but they finally dropped the first full trailer, and that is for Wonder Man. And I really like this trailer. They haven't been doing very good on the marketing, besides the fact that they're not marketing really much at all. All the previous stuff they've done has been pretty kind of whack. But this trailer is actually really good, and it just sucks that it took them till January 2nd to even put out the goddamn thing when the show comes out literally in a couple weeks on January 27th. It's an 8-episode series, and they're going to drop all 8 episodes on January 27th. It drops at 6 p.m. Pacific time on Disney+. Wonder Man, check out the trailer. It is official. It is out now. The Duffer Brothers have revealed that the rock in the briefcase on Stranger Things finale is part of the Stranger Things spinoff. So keep that in mind. He says there are no plans for spinoffs of anybody from that cast, and that the spinoff they're working on right now is completely disconnected other than that rock. So just understand that. There is an animated release coming out, though, called Stranger Things Tales from 85. This will release on Netflix this year. It's an animated series that follows the Hawkins group on an adventure set between seasons 2 and 3 of the main show. We have the first trailer for The Muppet Show. This is the revival that's going to guest star Sabrina Carpenter. It releases February 4th on Disney Plus and ABC. Congratulations to Zootopia 2, which has become Disney Animation's highest grossing film of all time. That's insane, man. Congratulations. The film has already earned $1.46 billion globally. So insane. If you would have asked me that months ago, I would have been like, no one cares. I can't believe how good Zootopia 2 is doing. Avatar Fire and Ash is only the 3rd film of this year to cross the $1 billion mark. Of course, following Zootopia 2 and Lilo and Stitch. We have the trailer for The Dutchman. This is a new psychological thriller that stars Andre Holland and Kate Mara. This is out in limited release right now, then it will be going to streaming. House of the Dragon will officially end with season 4, and that was confirmed by the showrunner Ryan Condal. Netflix is rumored to be interested in giving films a 17-day theatrical window for movies before they go to Netflix. So, I know a lot of people keep wondering about the theatrical window. What's Netflix going to do with the Warner Brothers films? And again, this is a rumor. This is not from Netflix. This is not saying what they're going to do. It's just saying the rumor going around is that they're interested in looking at a 17-day theatrical window. Stranger Things in the theater supposedly earned film studios, the theaters themselves, between $25 to $28 million for its run in theaters for literally 2 days. That is insane, man. It killed it. I remember my theater, dude, only had a couple screenings, and then that day that I went, they were playing it like every half hour. I think they pretty much gave it to like every theater for the day on New Year's Day. So that is awesome. 25 to 28 million. And the theaters got to keep all that money, which is awesome as well, because Netflix didn't have rights and didn't have it contracted with the cast to do a theatrical release. So they had to give it to theaters for free, and then the theaters just basically had people pay for concessions to get in, which is what I had to do. Basically, it was a $20 concession gift card per person, per ticket. So the ticket to see it was free, but I had to buy $20 in concessions per person. So it still cost me $60 to see something that was on Netflix. But like I said, I wouldn't change it for anything. So No wonder it made 25 to 28 million. That's good stuff there. We have TV premiere dates of 2026. We have the complete guide, so you can check that out to see when your favorite is returning. Give me one sec here. Idris Elba. We have a little teaser for Hijack Season 2, which is coming out next week, January 14th. It is hitting Apple TV. Very excited for that. We have the new teaser for Sam Raimi's next film, Send Help. I am looking really forward to this film. I think it looks fantastic. The horror thriller follows two co-workers who hate each other but get stranded together on a desert island after their plane crashes. This hits theaters this month on January 30th. I'm looking really, really forward to this. The Housemaid. I love this movie as well. Big fan of this film. It is tracking to pass $200 million worldwide on a budget of 35. It's expected to become one of Lionsgate's biggest hits of the decade. So cool and much deserved. Over the weekend was the Critics' Choice Awards, and we do have the full winners list, so check that out if you are interested to see how your favorites fared. We have the new official trailer for Whistle. This hits theaters on February 6th. It's a new horror film starring Daphne King and Sophie Nélisse with Nick Frost. Looks pretty good, man. It looks creepy. So I'm anxious to see Whistle. We have the all-new trailer for The Rip. This is the new one with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, along with Stephen Yeun, Sasha Calle, and Tiana Taylor. This is premiering January 16th on Netflix, directed and written by Joe Carnahan. I think this trailer is fantastic. This movie looks awesome. I love the cast. I love the director. I hope this one does what it sets out to do, because I'm going to be really disappointed if they drop the ball on this one. But this looks awesome. So check out the new trailer for The Rip. Speaking of Stranger Things, again, there is a making of Stranger Things 5, the documentary. It's called One Last Adventure, and this documentary hits Netflix on January 12th. You can see how it all came together. We have the new trailer for Ryan Murphy's The Beauty. This premieres January 21st on FX and Hulu. We have the new trailer for They Will Kill You. This hits theaters on March 27th, starring Zazie Beetz, Tom Felton, Patricia Arquette, and a whole bunch more. I love this trailer. This movie looks like a blast. Basically, kind of like Ready or Not, kind of Hunger Games. Zazie Beetz in a hotel where everyone's trying to kill her. And watch the Red Band trailer. It is batshit crazy, and I am on board. March 27th, They Will Kill You. We have the final trailer for Gerard Butler's Greenland 2, Migration. This hits theaters this Friday on January 9th. I loved Greenland 1. I thought it was a great thriller, and looking forward to the sequel, man. Hopefully we'll be checking that out this weekend. Of course, we have the first trailer also for The Death of Robin Hood. This is Hugh Jackman's new film, also starring Jodie Comer and Bill Skarsgård, so check out that trailer as well. That movie is officially coming out. When does that movie come out? I don't think it's been given a release date yet. Yeah, there is no release date yet, but check out the trailer for The Death of Robin Hood. So, over the last several weeks, we've been getting these Avengers Doomsday teaser trailers, right? They're all about a minute long. They haven't really done much. And it's been kind of crazy because we see a leak, and then about a week later, we see the official 4K version, right? They've all been leaked. We had the Steve Rogers one, then we had the Thor one, and now we're on to our third one, which I saw a leaked version of a week ago and loved. And then today, I got to watch it in 4K. And this one here is focused on the X-Men. That's right. And not a ton of the X-Men, but you see Professor X, you see Magneto, and then, of course, you see Cyclops. And he rips the visor off, and he's blasting out in the sky with a Sentinel walking behind him. And then, of course, we get the X-Men will return in Avengers Doomsday with the countdown clock. This one's awesome. This is my favorite of the three. It's so incredible and mind-blowing that we're getting this X-Men iteration in an Avengers movie. I really hope that Hugh Jackman pops up and Halle Berry. I hope they get the whole crew together for this. I'm anxious to see who all is going to be involved with this X-Men universe. We know that Kelsey Grammer's Beast is going to be there. We know that Nightcrawler is going to be there, Mystique. But that's all that we pretty much know officially. But in this trailer, we're seeing a broken down Xavier School. Like I said, Sentinels walking by. Things are not looking good. It is looking pretty damn grim. And we see Professor X Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen, and they hold hands, and then you get that shot of James Marsden in the official Cyclops outfit from the comics, taking off his visor and blasting his ray into the sky. It's so damn cool, man. So check out the trailer. We got it posted. And then in typical Marvel fashion, I saw the leak today for the next one. I am 90% sure this is real because you never know with these leaks and with damn AI, it could be anything. But it sounds like this is the next real one, according to all the things I've been reading. And this one here is pretty much focused on the Wakandans and the Tolakin, believe they call him. It's Namor's crew. It has Shuri talking. You see her walking across like a desert. She's in the Black Panther outfit without the mask on. And she's talking. I don't know what she was saying. The audio is kind of fuzzy. But she's talking. And they flash to Namor and his crew. And then it shows her walking again with M'Baku. And at the end of the trailer, M'Baku says, like, I'm M'Baku from Wakanda. And then you see Ben Grimm, the Thing from Fantastic Four. And he's like, Ben Grimm, I'm from the corner of fucking Jersey in New York or whatever the fuck. and then it just says, like, the Wakandans and the Tolakans will return for Avengers Doomsday. Pretty cool. I mean, not as cool as the X-Men one. This one seems a little bit more trailer-ish. There's more talking. There's more stuff going on than the other trailers have been. Kind of cool to see Ben Grimm show up and be with the Wakandans. So kind of curious to see how that story is going to play out. But interesting, man. But another leak, and I guess in a week, we'll see the 4K version of it. So strap on in. So we just talked about how well The Housemaid was doing. It looks like the sequel is a go. That's right. The Housemaid is based on a book, and there are several other books. So we knew that this could happen, and with how well The Housemaid's doing, they're locking it down. The new Housemaid sequel will be titled The Housemaid's Secret, which is based on the second book. It is in the works. Sydney Sweeney and Michelle Marone are in talks to return. Paul Feig, the director, is also in talks to return, and the writer who did the first movie is also penning the script for the second movie. So, sounds like we got the key elements locked up and ready to rock, so let's move along, baby. It looks like they're going to try to shoot in 2026 for a 2027 release date. So there you go, The Housemaid's Secret. Sebastian Stan is the latest actor that looks to be joining the Batman Part 2 opposite Robert Pattinson. Of course, we talked earlier about Scarlett Johansson joining the crew a couple weeks back. Now we got, so we got Bucky and Black Widow in this movie. Kind of crazy. Barry Keoghan also rumored to return as the Joker in this movie as well. So we will see how it goes. But no word yet on who he's playing, although the rumor is he might be Harvey Dent. So we'll see how that plays out. Let's see here. It is confirmed that Sigourney Weaver and Jason Isaacs have joined the cast of Phoebe Waller-Bridge's Tomb Raider reboot that is coming to Prime Video. Predator Badlands is now available on premium VOD as of today. Emily in Paris has been renewed for season 6 over on Netflix. Some more news on the Stranger Things spinoff. No Hawkins, no returning characters, set in a different decade, doesn't involve the Upside Down, and like I said, the mysterious rock from season 5 will play some sort of role. So there you go there. Mayor of Kingstown is ending with season 5. It has been renewed for a 5th and final season as they wrap up that one there with Jeremy Renner. Great show, so check that one out on Paramount Plus if you haven't. Black Phone 2 is going to start streaming on Peacock starting on January 16th. Netflix has officially set Jelly Roll, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Chrissy Teigen as the judges for the upcoming Star Search reboot. Netflix is the official new U.S. home for WWE's library. That's right. Peacock had the WWE library before, and the rights have ended. And it looks like Netflix officially, effectively, as of today, has already picked them up, and they will be the U.S. home for the library. So there you go there. James Cameron and Disney still have not decided if they're going to make an Avatar 4. So all you people out there that keep posting that Avatar 4 comes out in 2029, there's nothing confirmed. They haven't filmed anything. Nothing's moving forward. He's still playing coy. They're not sure what they're going to do. But one director has stepped in, James Wan, and James Wan has said, hey, if, Cameron doesn't want to come back, I'd be happy to take a stab at it. So pretty cool there to kind of have a door open for another director to jump in and maybe do his thing. I'd love to see what James Wan would do with Avatar for sure. I don't know if I want anyone to touch it but James Cameron, but I do like that someone else is willing to jump on in if need be. So we'll see what ends up happening with Avatar 4. We'll keep you posted. But on that note, my friends, that is the end of the show there as we wrap up right around that half-hour mark. So good stuff. I hope you feel educated. Again, if you need to watch any of these trailers or check anything out, go to our X page, x.com /Am I on the Air. So make sure you go to our website, amiontheair.com. Very simple. It's got all the links. It's got everything you need. You can even support the show right there on amiontheair.com. There's a little link there that says, hey, support the show. You know, be kind of nice. Show some love for your boy. Also coming up this week, we are looking to finally record our Am I Still in the Air top 10 films of 2025 and our top 10 most anticipated of 2026. It's our annual episode. We love it. We were originally going to try to record it tonight, but some scheduling conflicts came up, so we're hoping to record that on Friday, so keep an eye out as we will go live on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, when that happens. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at Am I on the Air. YouTube.com /Am I on the Air. Very simple. So you got the website, amiontheair.com. You got the YouTube. Make sure you like us on Facebook, facebook.com /Am I on the Air. Follow us directly on X at Am I on the Air, or myself directly at DONMEGA. Same handles over on Threads and Blue Sky if you decide you want to follow somewhere else. I don't mind where you follow from, just follow. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast over on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, anywhere you listen. Subscribe. Leave a 5-star review, leave a thumbs up. Just make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a podcast ever. Subscribe to us on our other socials like TikTok and Instagram and YouTube once again at simply Am I on the Air. And thank you to our great affiliates at Red Dragons Radio and the Pop Culture Pros. You can follow them at Red Dragons Radio and at popculture_pros. Thank you guys for always streaming our show on demand. Again, Primate comes out this weekend. Big thumbs up, 4 out of 5 stars. So I don't need to go back and see that one. I hope to get to the theater and see Greenland 2, and we'll talk about that one next week, and we'll see whatever else comes down the pipe. So take care of yourselves and each other, and until next time, y'all, peace. Red Dragons!